Hey guys, good evening. Hope you guys had a fantastic day. Apologize for the later video. Had some things, a birthday party to go enjoy after the bell today. But still want to put out something for you guys today. If you guys watched my video, probably 2 months ago about daily bias, remember how like if we get a down close candle, like we should expect this, the next candle to at least take this daily low. Obviously, didn't work out here, but you see most of the time like there's always liquidity sitting at daily highs and daily lows. Like here, the body of this candle closes over this one, and then so we take out the next day high. Same here, next day high. Oh, we close back inside the range of this one. The next day we should at least go take this candle's low, which we do right here, and so on and so forth. So today, we're kind of like just chopping around whatnot, and I was like, well, what could be our draw today? At first, I thought we might be bearish because remember we came into today. Um, I was like, well, we're obviously in this 4-hour fair value gap, right? We are rejecting it, and I was like, oh, well, we're probably just gonna 50% and then go back higher. You see, we really didn't hit 50%. This 4-hour FEG held, right? So we kind of just like, oh, okay, well, we're gonna get this. If we come back up and take this high again, it probably means we're going up even more higher. Because why would we come down to here just to go back up, take this high again, and then come back down again? It just doesn't make a lot of sense. It just tells you that we're probably drawing somewhere higher up. But when we came down this morning, uh, and we're going for maybe 50%, and we get this kind of reaction back up. I pointed out today, and we endorsed this 15-minute up and kind of told us, oh, we might be bullish today. And I was like, where could we possibly draw to? Well, where are your smooth highs, right? They're all right here. We had these. This was your accumulation. This was your manipulation leg, and this was your distribution leg back at least to the top of this range, right? And then we also had. It took me. I didn't even see these, but we had these 4-hour equal lows sitting here or equal highs sitting here. So if I seen these earlier, I would have immediately been like, oh, well, we could bounce at any time because we got these equal highs here. And then you see we came up, took them, and what's next here? This was your previous day high. So we come up and obviously this was the high. We come up, take previous day high, and then obviously we kind of just chopped around from there. So what happened then? So basically, once you take like a previous day high and take the equal highs, the daily objective is done, right? We're just probably just gonna chop around, especially with CPI coming up on Thursday. I'm expecting a little more chop tomorrow. You see how we just chopped the rest of the day after liquidity was already taken here, equal highs were taken. ES came back and ES took a little bit. Remember, ES it didn't take the highs. So we kind of just chilled, right? We just waited. Nothing really came about in the afternoon hours. We waited on a couple inverses in this chop. Nothing really came to fruition. And then remember we kind of had this little downturn at lunch, right? And I was like, well, okay, well, what do we have here? We're always looking for our 50% retracements. We had this. Obviously, NQ didn't get the 50% again, but it that doesn't matter because if we go look at ES at that same time, if we look where ES bounced, we draw from here to here. ES held ES held that 50%. So ES and NQ are still holding that 50% level in this hourly FVG, which leads me to my bias for tomorrow. My bias for tomorrow is obviously going to be this 4-hour FVG because it's still holding, right? If this 4-hour FVG decides to give up, I think we're going back down to today's low at 47.67. And NQ, if this hourly FVG gives up, as of right now, it's not. I'm expecting obviously these relative equal lows sitting down here at 16,658. Doesn't mean we have to go there. They just look smooth, right? They're not like stabbing up. See how the damage is already done here? Like wicks are already up. So now we go back down and take and probably like these lows. Nothing says we're going there. We're going there though, right? Not yet at least. If we start going through this hourly, then absolutely. Same thing on ES. However, if we hold it, I think if we hold this hourly, really there's not much else to really look for besides just going up to this and inversing this 4-hour FEG, and then obviously what I said this morning, we can expect these next highs if we inverse this 4-hour. There are some equal highs or relative equal highs, I should say, on the hourly, sitting right here. They're off by one tick, but seeing as they're off by one tick and there's an unfilled hourly FEG up there, I do think that that's a spot where we will draw to at least go in there. Maybe we hit it, come back down, take these lows, whatever, or just come back down, fill in some FEGs and whatnot, and then go back higher. But I do think we do draw up to this hourly fair value gap with the equal highs, as long as this hourly holds. And then that should, because it's kind of at this point, it's kind of just looking like an hourly sell model, and then it completed down here on Friday, and now it kind of looks like a hourly buy model, probably up to at least like this high, right? So with that, going just look at ES quick. Pretty much the same thing on ES. So yeah, if ES ends up holding this hourly FEG here, just expect a trip up to 48.04. See if we inverse this hourly, which is also the 4-hour, and then this high up here at 48.28 would be your next draw, because it's obviously the same as NQ. Looks like a big sell model, buy model up to these highs. Same thing as NQ, big old sell model, big old buy model, at least up to these highs is pretty much what it's looking like. But confirmation would be once we get over this hourly FEG. Notice today, right, how we I mentioned this low right here, and the same thing on NQ happened to be lunch lows. And I was like, oh well, we're starting to get a little bearish here. If it was on the 5-50 minute chart, and then we come down. I'm like, oh well, it looks like it's weird. We got lunch lows at the very top of where this hourly FEG starts, and we know FEGs like to be like draws, right? It's where price likes to draw to fill them in. Um, so I was like, oh well, we know there's liquidity sitting at lunch lows. We know there's an hourly FEG down here that's not filled. Most likely we come down here and fill it. So that's another like just way you can use in finding draws and like, okay, well if we're starting to displace down, where can we look to? And obviously the hourly FEG and lunch lows, and obviously we're still sitting in it. So that's how I got that. With that, I really have nothing else to say. Obviously, with the next day daily bias model, I would expect us to obviously, because this candle closed above here. I would expect this to at least be a draw for tomorrow. So I do expect us to take yesterday's high up here at 16,868 at some point. At that same point, it's probably when we dig into that hourly FEG. But just remember, we're still in this big old daily as well. So just have to be careful and just have extra confirmation in your setup. So with that, hope you guys have a fantastic evening, and we'll see you in the morning.